It is a weather alert morning. It's the first day of spring, Alan. It's awfully cold out there.
Yeah, spring has not sprung just yet, but later today it's going to be nice and mild. Unfortunately, it's driven by some stronger downslope winds, and that puts us back into high fire danger threat criteria. So today we'll see red flag warnings in effect from noon to 9 p.m. and these extend from the mountains all the way into the plains of southern Colorado. Strongest gusts will be south of Highway 50, west of I-25. For example, here in the Springs, I think our gusts today will be right around 25 to 30 miles an hour. Here's what we see right now as we look at the wind gust map. Not much action just yet, but as we put the wind cast product, that's a tongue twister, into motion here, you can see 10 a.m. wind speeds start to ramp up in the mountains. Through noon, they start to get even stronger. So as we make our way into the early afternoon, that's when we'll see some of those peak gusts that we talked about, up around 40 plus miles an hour, especially late this afternoon down south. And then that wind will begin to taper off as we make our way past sunset tonight, which coincides with that red flag warning expiring at 9 o'clock. And that wind being brought on by another incoming disturbance. Now the jet stream and storm track has shifted a little farther north, so even though we have a cold front that sweeps in later tonight, not going to do a whole lot to our weather here in southern Colorado. As Bree mentioned, it is a cold start to your Thursday morning. 17 in Pueblo, 11 in Westcliff, 28 Canyon City, 19 in the Springs, and 4 in Alamosa. It's going to be very chilly early on, but once we get past about 9, 10 o'clock, we start to thaw out just a bit. Temperatures do rise into the 50s and 60s today. So with the storm track farther north, we don't get a lot of moisture here in the state, at least in the eastern half. We will see a few disturbances through the start of the weekend that bring periods of snow to the mountains. Some of that snow could be pretty beneficial as we make our way into Saturday. So we'll play out Futurecast here at home. This is what it looks like Saturday morning. Snow for travel in and out of the high country. And then we have a slight chance that some of that moisture moves east, especially around I-70, maybe towards Pikes Peak and Teller County. Just a slight chance we get some rain or snow showers Saturday afternoon to Saturday night. The model shows maybe a little more moisture popping up early Sunday, but I think for the most part, you can see it there on Futurecast. Most of us not expected to see any rain or snow into the upcoming weekend. All right, highs today as we dry out, we'll be in the 40s, 50s, and 60s. So we're warming up by around 15 degrees from what we saw yesterday. Again, we'll call for moderate breezes today, a little bit breezy still Friday, and then some stronger wind on Saturday in advance of that next cold front. That's when we typically get that push of wind. And Saturday's gusts could be up around 35 miles an hour. We have a brief dip Sunday, and then with high pressure large and in charge next week, we will see some spring-like temps and finally a break from the wind. Pueblo, no signs of any rain or snow. We're searching high and low, but instead a very dry pattern here over the next 7 days. Canyon City, dry, breezy to gusty through the start of the weekend, and then warm with sunshine into early next week. Woodland Park, strong breezes here by Thursday and Friday. It will be stronger with the wind on Saturday with maybe a few snowflakes into Saturday afternoon or Saturday night.